Hello, my name is Zhatelier. Welcome back for another episode of Shadow Empire. In previous episode, we managed to push back the enemy a little bit in here. Kind of by accident, but also by the fact that our heavy tanks are just quite amazingly good. Compared to what they have, of course. Like the tanks over here. So we've got hit points versus non-infantry over 1,000. So even if they penetrate the armor, they are very unlikely to destroy the unit. At least not very easily. Of course, the downside of these units is that they use a ton of fuel per hex. So, yeah. Just the fact that we moved in here, spent probably most of the extra oil that we had. Now, we did at least get the oil drill completed here, which is going to be quite useful. We'll see how much we can actually rely on that one, though. And did we... Oh, right, yeah, we do have the rail constructor over here now as well, or the railway constructor over there. I think one of the things that I should probably do, spend a little bit of points at least, is start constructing the railway towards Kazoo Raptor or something. That wouldn't be too expensive to get at least to there. Actually, a railhead over here might not be a bad idea. Now, would that... How much would that cost us? A railhead over there, it's actually fairly cheap. We'll put a railhead there. So that will provide an easy access for the airfield, at least over here. And, you know, it shortens the distance to Kazoo Raptor a little bit. We could potentially also, maybe next round, we're going to start continuing the railway. I think this is mostly agriculture area. Yeah, it is fairly cheap territory over here to build the railway. So Kazoo Raptor is probably going to get a railway, at least up to the city. Not necessarily a railhead in there yet, but at least we can have the railway going into the city, which, technically speaking, might not really be all that helpful initially. Oh, and there we got these troops over here now, finally. Ah, right, so the whatever is in here is somewhere in there. Oh, right, we should probably have a look at the replacement troops. I think we are going to need it a little bit. We need at least one artillery piece. So one artillery piece, check. We got a bit of armor machine guns. We'll get some of the new ones, which are a bit more expensive, admittedly, but if they have a better survivability, then I think that will be alright. We'll get 200 of these, actually. I have a feeling that we'll probably be losing some of them soon enough anyway. And that is all the reinforcements that we needed right now, which is actually not that shabby. Ah, right, there's a little bit over there still that is missing. And pretty much all of this should be now at least either part of Cap or Spockomania. So if we know that... that one moved already. I'm just going to quickly double check the rest of the troops. Ah, right, the northern front over here, we could probably do a bit of movements. Move some troops there. We'll move in these. Don't know how strong this is going to be. I'm going to bring in the militia. Actually, I'm going to bring in the machine gunners over here. We do have our... Oh, right, so how strong are these? They got some hit points. Pretty good soft defense. What is the soft attack on the Cooper Plus? Oh, right, we've got one Cooper Plus and then we've got one Cooper Plus 2. So these have a bit higher attack. Pretty good defense overall, but yeah, or soft defense at least. And decent bit of hit points. And I guess these count as... Actually, well, they are foot. So I guess they're infantry. At least in theory. Technically speaking, these... I think these count as walkers, which they have pretty good damage against their vehicles. And it looks like our neighbor over here, soon to be friend, hopefully, is expanding quite a bit. So we did capture some of this area. I think we may have all removed some of the troops here. Don't necessarily want to push too far in, but I guess we could take this one. Provide a little bit of coverage for the flank. And, you know, Baden over here, or Pruderland rather, has quite a bit of troop stack in there. Which we don't hopefully have to fight. We did encircle that one, we had the battles there, so I guess it's off to the next round then. Let's see how bad the counter attack is going to be in the south. There's definitely still someone trying to go through the mountains. Oh, there's a bit of an attack. Oh. We took some losses over there. Oh, they attacked the flank. I see what happened. We'll have to take a look at the total values in there. They pushed us back, but at the same time, they are now at the mercy of our tanks doing a counterattack, I reckon. So we killed 100 walkers, we lost 600 infantry. Ah, right, there's quite a bit of... Okay, so let's have a look at the battles first. So we had a battle over here where we lost a lot of line troops and some of the machine guns. And they didn't... Oh, that's just a lot of tanks attacking. Fair enough. Then they had a bombing run over there, which we didn't take any damage on. Oh, right, that's too far away for the AA guns. Right, that makes sense. They did another airstrike, not dealing any damage. And then the natives over here tried to attack where we killed at least a little bit of the enemies. And that's about it. Well, alright then. Let's have a look at the decisions. It is with lack of action. Ah, command, okay. I'm going to ignore his actions right now. Because we're able to get a bit of unrest, but that's probably going to be alright. Motion that our civilization level reaches 8.59. 137... Okay, we've got 16 rats. I think we can probably do that. Supreme Command Council task priorities. Yeah, no, that's going to be fine. Well, quite a bit of a political point, actually, these days. Brutal demands the release of a spy again. Yes, we'll release it. Keep the relations with them. I mean, actually, I don't think the relations with them can go any higher, but probably doesn't hurt too much. Although the fact that they are spying us is not necessarily a good idea or good thing for us. Right, so they didn't actually enter there. Interestingly enough. Let's have a look at the replacement that we need. So we need 4 infantry. We got some armor. We did... Oh, right, we did have the extra machine gunners, so those were issued already. Let's just go ahead and get the... Oh, can you not get through there? You don't have enough fuel to get in there. I see. I suppose one of the things that I could do is get a little bit of road going up to... I don't know, even up to there, maybe. And there we go. We can at least get on the road there. And the next round... That's still tundra, actually. I have to get the road a little bit closer. So next round we can hopefully get this close to combat zone. So we see that there is a lot of tanks here. We're going to take a bit of risk. But we're going to attack with both... Oh. We're going to attack only one of them. This can't attack at all because we've got no fuel in there. And there's no fuel because there's probably so much stuff to transport right now. Right, well, I suppose one of the things that we could do, we probably want to have a proper railway station at Kazoo of course we don't have the population there to build it yet. We've got a little bit of population. We've got quite a bit of demand for new workers, though. So, yeah, we'll colonize. Send another 200 workers. That will hopefully help. And then in Spokamania, we should be getting a decent bit of stuff coming through, right? I mean, we've got the railway going all the way in. So I guess that is at least... I mean, it might not be... Actually, let's have a look. So, yeah, we got quite a bit in there. I don't know how far the rail can actually reach there. I mean, I suppose there is a... station over there should give it at least a little bit of 5 rail points. Okay, that no doubt helps. Oh, and there we go, we're finally getting some food again, and we did actually get quite a bit of oil overall. That's good news. I suppose these new 2 cities are not necessarily very high in worker numbers right now. Well, if we could attack... Oh, we can attack 1 location. I suppose it might as well be then the crossroad over here. Destroy some of the weaker units that they have.
Mission successful.
There we go, that's another 30, and we can't offer... Ah, there we go. So these are, technically speaking, out of supplies. They'll probably will be fine in the end, though, but that will at least give us a bit more room to work with, and we did recapture one of the oil sources over here. Next round, we'll hopefully get the supplies in there. We might have to get a little bit more ammunition in the meanwhile. We'll get another 600. We've got more than 1,000. And I suppose, how is the... Right, we might want to bring in a bit more oil in here. We can bring in another 100. That'll probably do for now. It does cause a bit of issues for the traffic, perhaps, but it'll be fine. Did we get the... Oh, right, I don't think we got the... Yeah, no, we just built the railhead. Hence, the supply situation hasn't really improved. It was the construction work that probably took a decent bit of the transport capacity in here. But next round onwards, at least the connection between Spike and the port over here will be much better. And then, you know, it reduces the... I mean, we only really need trucks on this bit then. I do wonder if I should move in my AA guns over here instead. Because that area isn't really being attacked all that much. If it's in here, it would at least be able to protect that one. Don't know if they're in there or not. If they were there, they would have captured that one, so we can get in there. Close off at least that route. I think, are these are the heavy machine gunners with anti-tank guns. I might try to get one in here just to keep that area clear. Although the anti-tank guns are probably quite important. We could probably bring in the... no, that's probably not enough. The fact that we took a bit of losses there. Well, let's have a look at the other fronts. Over here, there's some, some aliens in there in the middle. We've got a front line with some of the enemy infantry in here. We don't actually want to send in the artillery too close. It's just not enough oil on the troops yet. We could probably send this one to help guard the city itself. We can try to cut off some of their supplies in here. At least to make sure that they can't go too much further. By the looks of it, it's probably going to be right around there, or... yeah, no, it's probably there. The enemy unit. And there must be something in here as well, because we didn't well, I suppose that unit could also be just too small to capture anything. That could be it. Right, in the meanwhile, in the north, we can start circling a lot of these. I mean, they are probably going to be taking a lot of hits from us, regardless. Let's go ahead and use the troops over here to maybe clear out the enemy cavalry and recapture the large melee-tech. Well, that was a bit of a failure. We killed nothing. Didn't lose anything but per se either, but I was hoping for a little bit better results, I'll be honest. Alright, there's another militia unit. We'll hold on to this. I mean, holding on to the road over there is probably going to be a very crucial thing anyway. In the meanwhile, I don't think there was too much battles in here. And over here, it's mostly under control right now. Okay, there is something around here, probably. Or there. That could be something landed in there. And then there must be something over here. So Ansang is still a bit of a precarious situation, let's just say. I guess once we get a little bit more tanks in here, especially now that we can maybe start getting a bit more supplies through, then I think it might be a very much potential for us to try to get some of the, well, first of all, this can be maybe a bit of action points for next round, and then we can maybe attack this stack of tanks in here, because I have a feeling that our tanks will be able to destroy a lot of them, not necessarily all of them, or not necessarily even half of them, but quite a good number. Plus, you know, since we captured that, they will have to send in the troops in there to recapture it. They've got a lot of tanks, though, which does make me a little bit concerned, but we've got a lot of metal. That is definitely true. And I suppose another thing that I could do is start upgrading some buildings. Let's have a look at the government buildings in here. University, we could upgrade to level 2. That would require more energy, though. Actually, that's one of the things that we could do. First of all, let's get some more machinery. We get 3. And then another thing that we're going to do is we are going to start constructing some of the solar panel fields over here. So it's fairly quick to build, not too expensive. It's going to offer us a little bit more power production. And that's going to be is there a... Yeah, there's a railhead there. There we go. So that's going to help in that regard as well. I suppose another thing that I could do... I could maybe get a railhead over here. Although that's truck station, so... Well, I mean, I guess it would help bringing this stuff over here with the truck station, bring it further in. Because right now the truck station needs to go up to there and pick up the stuff. Or just block a mania, which isn't necessarily any faster. The problem is right now we just don't have enough colonists, quite frankly. Although I suppose if there is a lot of, like for example, because of Raptor, did there... Right, we sent in 200 and all that. What about Kathmandu? Is there... Ah, some population joined the Free Folk, I see. Well, that's a little bit unfortunate. Oh, I suppose another thing that I could have a look is Pokemania. How are the government buildings in there? So we do have the bureaucrat office and university already. We could maybe build a hospital to improve the quality of life there a little bit. But I suppose we don't have that much population. I mean, well, we've got a little bit. I guess it would be a possibility. On the other hand, we did upgrade somebody right now, or recently, so let's have a look at the government buildings there. We can now finally upgrade to tier 2 on a lot of the things. Bureaucrat office is even up to tier 3, but I think a university level 2 could be quite handy there, or get a barracks in there. I suppose that could also help with the security. You know, we'll get the barracks underway. Now, we've still got plenty of metal and quite a bit of industrial points as well, which I'm kind of hoping that the Maritime Trade House will start asking for some more of those. Although I suppose they've conquered pretty much all of it in terms of the seas that we know of. So they might not really bother at this stage. I suppose another thing that I could do though is we build the railhead there. We could continue on with the railroad all the way up to Kazoo Raptor. And then I guess in the following round, we'll probably want to get the railway in there regardless, even though it's going to be quite expensive to build. But I think it will still be worth it. You know what, technically speaking, we could start working on it already. Rail station, so yeah, it's going to be a lot of machinery. We'll need to get some more next round, probably. And it's going to take a bit of fuel and all that, and a lot of workers. So it's probably going to take like 5, maybe more rounds to build it. Double check the... Right, so we did get the reinforcements or replacements already. So I guess it's off to the next round. Ah, there we go. I can see that a lot of their troops are now moving back to be resupplied or something. I'm sure that there's new troops coming in. Oh, there's an airstrike on the areas that we now don't have covered. Oh yeah, I guess that makes sense. Oh, something landed into Ansung. Blocking the road. No. No losses though, which is quite nice. Ah, right, the contract expiring. Let's make sure... Ooh, gas-powered small armors is now done. Right, well, first of all, let's have a look at the contract. How much would it cost now? Oh, we need a lot of stuff to... Well, technically speaking, what I suppose I could do is I could just sell a little bit of metal. The price is still pretty good. That's, I don't know, like 500 metal. That is going to give us a pretty decent chance of getting at least some extra rounds in there. Unfortunately, the price is pretty high, all things considered. We'll get another 3 rounds at least. Let's have a look at the decisions. The budget, I don't think we need to do changes there. Or on any of the tasks. Ah, but now we can do research. So we just got the better arms. Which I suppose already would be quite useful for upgrading our infantry. Just designing a new infantry type. We could go for the... actually, rocketry might not be a bad idea. I'm going to go for the rocketry. So we can get a bit of longer range artillery. Want to work a strike in Nansung D? We could probably give in to some of their demands, quite frankly. Ah, talent recruitment drive in Ansung. We could probably get at least a little bit of our credits. And then Brutal Lands demand releases a spy. Sure, we'll accept their gift. Right, there we go. So those are now done. We've got a decent bit of money still left over from all those sales. And do we actually have now the capacity to move these? Not really. We could move backwards, but not forward. So I guess we still have quite a bit of problems with the fuel in there. At least we've got the... Well, the railway over here is now operational. Or railhead, at least. And, oh, right, yeah, we needed to regroup in here, I think. So Ansung itself doesn't have anyone guarding right now. As long as we can keep someone sort of defending, we can maybe have this one in here just to make sure that we don't lose the metal. And then, you know, we can maybe fight against them. Not entirely sure. And over here, we're still just holding. We don't really have anything heavy in there to support us. But now we can get our tank. Well, the tanks can't really get all that close, actually. It's this one, so that is a lot of tanks in there. Okay, it's just 5 different units of tanks. I mean, some of them might be... it's actually oddly... No. There's some wolf falls that overlap. You know, it's a different XP level. Speaking of XP levels, so we've still got 2 green of our heavy tanks and 3 regulars of the sub-units. Then we've got 1 seasoned all-rounder, which is our medium tank. Then we've got 3 regulars and 1 green assault gun, I believe. There's some tanks there. Fortunately, since we don't have the fuel in here, we can't really do much about it. Yes, what we'll do is we'll just send in a bit more colonists into Kazoo. And we have run out of rare metals completely. Oh, right, that would be why we... right, I see. I was wondering why we couldn't do any more of the machinery, but yeah, that was the problem. It's a good thing that we didn't spend all the points then. Right, well, let's have a look at the... Actually, do we know about the Draconis ruins? Not much, actually. We will eventually want to set up a shop there, though. We could maybe build a road through here without too many issues. I'm planning on maybe having a city somewhere in here to sort of cover most of these resources there, and then I guess we'll have another city over here somewhere to cover the coastal zones. So we know that there is a lot of enemy troops in here. We don't have any artillery or anything like that to necessarily reduce the enemy numbers. Are these? Well, they're fairly strong. Technically speaking, I could use some of these mercenaries, I could suppose, to maybe deal at least some damage.
Open fire! Open fire!
Well, there's quite a few hits.
Run! Run!
Okay, we got pushed out. But we killed a lot of them. We didn't actually lose any troops. It's just, you know, we run out of action points to actually destroy them. But that is a good news for us, for sure. There's a lot of these lizard snakes, though, which are, well, they're a little bit stronger. Not the end of the world, though. I guess if we use our mercenaries over here, we could maybe deal some damage. Or get absolutely hammered over here. Well, we got a few kills, but yeah, no, it wasn't particularly successful. I guess what we could do is we could send another one in here. And this, ooh, they've given up the front line for us. And they've got a bit of, ooh, actually, are these? Don't know, we don't have any clear relations with a lot of these. There must be something in here. Is that, oh, that's non-aligned, okay. And there's a tiny island in here, I think. And these were a lot of tanks, so we don't actually want to send in the infantry over here. And we've got some anti-tank guns there, we've got the extra defense. But at the same time, I don't think these are going to be quite ready to deal with all of that. Do you wonder if I should send in the flak guns down here with some infantry to support? I mean, that would still potentially be a disaster. I guess it might be better to just hold on there for now. Next round we're going to maybe move in a little bit closer. Did we try to encircle this one already? Don't know where exactly it is. It might be there. Well, at least it wasn't here. So it's quite likely in there instead. That one at least is rediscovered. And over here there's just, you know, not a lot of supplies to utilize. Although I suppose... Did we already do the attack? No, we didn't do the attack there. Well, let's re-attack, or attack once again there. Oh, we got a few hits on the enemy, although they are... Oh, we destroyed one, and we lost one. Lost some of the... Oh, we killed one of the lizard snakes, and they killed one of our soldiers. Over here, there's more soldiers. We got fairly good defense, though. And we got a fairly bad fuel over here. I guess it might take a while for the fuel situation to even out for all the units. I'm sure that we can sort it out over time, it's just going to take a while. We did start building the solar panels in here, which I believe, yeah, we got the machinery already in there, so we don't need to worry about any more of it. Did we start working on the, yeah, the railhead over here? Oh, we need more machines. We don't have enough for, okay, how much do we produce our, it's this place, yeah, 13 rare metals per round. That's not a lot. We also did lose a bit of food. Let's have a quick look at the research. I know that we just got the... Ooh, heavy industry is pretty close to being completed. Mechanized infantry army is only 23%. Rocketry we just started. Tank destroyer is already 50%. So once that is done, we can get ourselves a new infantry unit. And we'll put in the latest weapons. So that should give us at least a bit of an edge on the fighting against our eastern neighbor. Or on the eastern front here, let's just say. Because a lot of the troops are infantry, of course. To get that infantry in... Well, I suppose one of the things that I could do is, for example, over here, I can take the line troops over here and just upgrade these to the line troops 3. Because, of course, there's a little bit of logistical points, a little bit of metal and industrial points as well. But it improves their survivability a little bit. Wait, did it? Ah, right, it might not have updated yet. I'm sure that it will eventually. Let's have a look at the... Right, nation, Grand Convention, leader, all leaders together, that could actually be quite useful. Sure. It was a successful roll, all leaders gained a little bit of relations, or we improved relations with all of them, and all of them got 23 experience. Oh, war games. Let's do this. Successful skill roll, all relations of all commanders improve inverse 4%. And XP of all commanders members increased by 14 points. I bet that's pretty decent. I think the zones that we need to... Right, private investment, that's actually something that we might want to get going a little bit. For example, in Kazoo we could just get a little bit of investments in there. And then maybe a little bit in Kathmandu as well. Who knows, maybe we'll give it a little bit into Spokomania. So that's a decent bit of a point spend, that's for sure. But also, maybe boost a little bit of the... Oh, right, so we've got one more transport contract at least available. So we still can't attack with these. Right, well, let's just get to the next round. I think we've been looking around for long enough for this round already. They're bringing quite a bit of troops on the roadhead over there in the west. Oh, they're bringing a lot of troops. I think they're going to try to attack our tanks here. Yeah, oh. They didn't kill a single tank from us, and we destroyed quite a bit of theirs. Slightly unexpected, but definitely a welcome turn of events. Well, there we go. We destroyed some of the newts, trying to break out from the blockade there in the northeast. So we killed 500 infantry and 90 tanks. Oh boy. Well, let's have a look at the battles then. So we had this battle over here. So it was a lot. Oh, right, a lot of the tanks were armored cars, to be fair, but we did also destroy 40 actual tanks, though. Well, light tanks, admittedly, but still, it is tanks. And we didn't lose anything. And then in the north, we had. Oh, right, they did do another air truck over there. But not with a lot of success, though. And then over here, we destroyed another 500 newts. Alright, well, one of the things that I could probably... Oh, we're still losing a lot of food, though. We did get up the... Yeah, we did get the agriculture up there. But of course, there's more and more food being sent to other zones right now. That might be part of the reason. For example, if we have a look at Kazoo over here, they are getting... Well, some food from the Supreme Headquarters. And that is, of course, you know, previously it was not quite as much of a problem. So we can see that there's a bit of a stack of troops there. Unfortunately, we do not have the fuel on these troops to attack further. We'll definitely stop them. And did we get some experience? Ooh. Right, we've got 2 all-rounders that are seasoned now. And the Blocker is already regular. Over here we've got 1 seasoned Metalhead as well. And 3 regulars and 1 green. Okay, so, you know, it definitely improved the situation. Ah, right, I didn't build up the road up here. Okay, well, that's something that I can probably deal fairly quickly. So we're going to maybe send in our tanks slightly closer. We'll probably start using the supply through there, though. Let's have a look at the decisions, then. Military learns from experience. Yes, they do. Military Research Council. We've got quite a bit of options right now, so I'm going to go and switch the priority a little bit more to the research itself. Like 40-60 will probably be fine for now, but that means that we can unlock a bit more of the better military stuff sooner. Requesting a donation of 500? 500? No. Although the Story Deep is offering to buy quite a bit of industrial points from us, which, you know, is 900 credits, so we probably could have done it. Admittedly, but oh well. Auction. Do I want to... Let's go for like 425. I doubt we'll actually get it. Alien agents threaten us. Let's get more Neria territory. Hold on a bit. Brutal, it's sent its turns against us. We could try to send envoys to promote us. Got fairly high difficulty. Yeah, let's try it. Okay, we rolled... Oh, so we failed on the roll. Relations with Brutal turned to cold. Oh dear. Right, so that's the threat. Let's have a look. So, I know that it's one of these northern ones in here, but I don't remember which one. Ah, it's the eastern one. Oh, well, it's actually the middle one. Oh, wait, no, it's the eastern one. You know what, I'm gonna pay... It will increase relations, at least. And that means that they might not be attacking immediately. So, I guess Brutalland is... Yeah, cold relations. I mean, we've got technically speaking good relations. But trying to get any of these things past is gonna be a problem. Way too high difficulty. Which means that we might end up in a war with them sooner. So it might be time to clear out these pockets real quick. Ooh, there we go. Cleaning the herd, that's for sure.
Mission successful.
There we go, we destroyed that pocket. Well, I guess these can't move this round, but let's have a look at the other militias in here. That we could send into this combat. So we know that it's quite strong troops overall. But we can probably at least deal some damage, and in a round or two we can probably destroy the remaining ones. How many did we lose? 3 units, and we killed at least 3? Yeah, we killed 3, as far as we can tell. I mean, it could be worse. And what about the northern front over here? They still got a little bit troops there, but I guess what we could do is we could move up to the... Oh, is that... Right, that's just some militia that we have here. Try to push them back a little bit. Oh, they must be fighting some... Well, not necessarily fighting, but there must be something in there also. They must be trying to slip past here. For all I know. Which is not good news for us. Oh, bollocks, they slipped past here again. Okay, so I'm pretty sure that they're right there. Can't move in there or there. Try to leave a bit of an opening down this way so it can escape there. And I don't have to fight it. Right, so have we managed to improve the fuel situation over here? It's still 10 and 10%, so it's really rubbish. I guess one of the things is just to send more workers over here to consider Rapture, just to make sure that the logistics are actually functional. But with that, I believe we are actually out of time for this episode. So if you enjoyed this, please like and subscribe if you haven't already. Also, the links down below in the description. But other than that, thank you very much for watching. Until next time, bye-bye.